And at this time, I'd like to introduce Sharron Savage. She is the co-chair of the committee of this monument effort and also a tribal descendant.
Good morning, Supervisors. And Chairman Ashley, thank you so much for asking us to make this presentation. I'd like to tell you lots of details about the monument, but I know that you have a tight agenda, so I'm just going to tell you basically the what, where, why, how, and when questions that come up when we make this presentation in its full form. I want to first tell you the five of the reasons why we are working on this monument. The first reason Juanita just mentioned. There is no memorial recognizing the service of American Indian veterans in any of our country's national cemeteries, as well as other places. But as David mentioned, this is already a sacred ground, and it's an appropriate place for the monument to be located. Second reason, 1 of every 4 adult male American Indians have served in the U.S. military service. 1 in 4 signifies the highest rate of service for the ethnic categories recognized by the U.S. Census. Third reason, American Indians have served as warriors in every U.S. war and conflict, starting the French and Indian War in 1756 through 63. And please note that those dates are before the United States declared its independence from Britain. There is an unfulfilled need to educate America's citizenry, particularly its youth, of the contributions made by American Indian military men and women. For example, very few citizens are aware that the first code talkers were 19 Choctaw Army men who heroically delivered messages to their comrades in arms when the Germans were well on their way to defeating the Allied troops at the Meuse-Argonne campaign in France. The battle was near the end of the Great War. It was fought from September 26 until November 11, 1918, when the armistice was signed. Meuse-Argonne was the biggest operation and victory of the American Expeditionary Forces in World War I. And the 19 U.S. Army Choctaw Code Talkers, because of their actions in that war effort, became recipients of the Medal of Honor. Next question, what will the American Indian Memorial consist of? 3 main areas. The first it will be around the second small lake to the left as you enter Riverside National Cemetery. And there will be a footpath that connects to the existing one around the first lake, most of the way across around the lake. There will be a 14-foot diameter circular plaza near the roadside, and the plaza will display a U.S. map showing the 12 Bureau of Indian Affairs National Indian Regions. The second main item will be from the plaza at regularly spaced intervals along the pathway. 12 granite obelisks will be installed, representing those 12 BIA regions. Each will have a bronze engraved plaque naming the tribes within each region, and atop each obelisk an eagle sculpture will be placed. Directly across the lake from the plaza will stand the monumental statue. It is named The Gift, and it will be prominently displayed. On to my third question, how much will this cost and how will the funds be raised? The total estimated construction costs are $4,042,000, $739 plus a 10% of the construction costs for the Perpetual Maintenance Fund, which is required by the National Cemetery Administration, and both of those amounts need to be banked before the shovel can hit the ground to construct the monument. Although fundraising began almost 10 years ago, last year our committee devised a 2-prong approach for the continued fundraising campaign. The first prong operates via our website and through direct individual donations. By the way, there's business cards and brochures and also the agenda regarding this program that has that website on it if you'd like to find out lots more details in American Indian military history. Upon receipt of 111,000 donations of $25 or more, $2.5 million will have been collected. In addition to the smaller donations, grants have been and will continue to be submitted for larger amounts. The second prong of the campaign relates to monumental donations. That's what we call them. Tom and Cynthia Schomburg. Tom was the artist sculptor of The Gift, and his wife is Cynthia, and she acts as his agent. They very generously devised a plan to pay additional memorial costs. Tom has arranged for a very limited edition of 6 half life-sized, and 2 twice life-size bronze castings of the gift. This statuary will be presented as gifts to donors who contribute either $500,000 or $1 million to the campaign. We hope that the fundraising will be completed by November 2016 in honor of Veterans Day. And we hope that by Veterans Day 2017 or by Memorial Day in May 2018, the construction will have been taken care of, and our committee hopes then to invite donors to a dedication ceremony for the American Indian Veterans Memorial at Riverside National Cemetery. It's past time for this memorial to be underway. Thank you all very much.